Hello everybody, I hope you're having a good time. Welcome to the next video. In this video, we are going to make a simple form using the form items from Bootstrap Studio. By the way, this video is part of a larger course about Bootstrap Studio. You can find the full course on Udemy or Skillshare. Check out the link in the description. So let's get started. First, let's drag a container onto the page. And let's drag a form into the container. We'll put a heading inside and rename the heading to order form. Let's start by giving this form some basic formatting. For example, let's add a border and a drop shadow just to make it a little bit more pleasing to look at. Let's also use some rows and columns to create a simple layout. And we will populate our rows and columns with radio buttons and labels. So in the end, we have two columns each with 4 radio buttons. The first is size. And the second is color. Okay, we have a very basic form. Let's see if it works by starting the preview. It works more or less, but we have one problem. We can select any number of radio buttons that we want. Usually, radio buttons work in such a way that when you select one, it automatically deselects another. We can do this in the Options panel by giving the radio buttons a name. Radio buttons with the same name would belong to the same group, and you will only be able to select one within a group at a time. So now we have 2 groups, one for size and one for color. Let's test it. Yes, much better. Okay, next let's add another row. And 2 columns. And let's populate the columns with a label and an email input. We can also set the relative widths to 3 and 9. Since we have added an email input, the form will only accept an input in the shape of an email address. In other words, it needs to have that @ symbol. Let's duplicate the row. In this row, we will give the user an option to add a custom logo. Let's replace the email input with a file input field. Now the user has the option to attach a file. Let's add a div, and to that div add a button. We can set the alignment to align to right to make sure that the button is pushed to the right. And let's change the text of the button to submit. Okay, so now we have a functioning button. We can click on it, but it doesn't do anything. But hey, we can click on it, so that's the main thing, right? Just kidding, just kidding. No, we're gonna make it so that when the user clicks on this button, all the data which the user filled out over here will be sent to our email address. We're gonna use smart forms to achieve that, which is quite easy, but we're not gonna do it now. We're gonna do that in the next video. In the meantime, let's just make the form look a little bit nicer by cleaning up just a little bit using the appearance panel. So there we have a basic form. We've had a look at radio buttons, an email input, and a file input. But there are more form items available. Just take a look under the form heading in the library. We also have a number of pre-made forms available, which you can find under UI forms. As I mentioned, in the next video, we are going to turn this form into an active form. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, why not support this channel by liking and subscribing. You can also check out my website for more free stuff. So long for now, see you in the next video. Bye bye.